I ain't messy. Y'all messy, but from what I heard y'all say, it's okay for you to be a deadbeat if you want. Cece eats the most because I eats the most. And we got some chili cheese dogs, some chili cheese fries, sour cream, and jalapeno. When we start not having to pay for our consequences, I ain't get the memo. Let me go try to rob a bank, and then when I get caught, I'm be like, hey, I didn't want to get caught. I didn't plan on getting caught. I know I could have got caught, but I didn't want to. So you should let me free, right? I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to go to jail, so you should let me go free, right? Oh, and if that don't work, how about I give you half the money, right? Put that towards the police department, and we good, right? No, that ain't how that work. But y'all said I could just not be held accountable for nothing, as long as I say I didn't want to be held accountable for something that I did, that I knew the consequences of. That ain't what y'all said? Oh. Obviously, this is in light of the current events of Anthony Edwards, NBA player, and Ayesha Howard, little baby mama, them having a kid together, and him paying the whole child support at once. And everybody assumes that means he ain't gonna be in his life, and that's kind of the vibe that it gives. But it ain't just that. I used to see a lot of posts. I be seeing a lot of posts where they be like, if a man says he don't want the baby, you can't expect nothing out of them. You can't expect them to do anything. Huh? Let me just clear the air now. I'm not a bitter baby mama talking. My baby daddy is the main custodial parent. So now I ain't talking about me. I mean, you technically kind of still have more leeway to be a deadbeat if you pay for it. You can kind of pay your way out of taking care of the kid and being there for the kid, even though it's still foul. It costs $300K at minimum to raise a child comfortably. So I feel like if you're going to pay instead of just being there, you have to be way even over that amount. You got to pay above and beyond. Anthony did pay above and beyond that $300K. Then you got the guys that be like, I feel like, you shouldn't be paying for lady life and you should just be paying for your kids. How much do you think your kids cost? You got to realize that now that it's going to be a single parent raising your child, everything of that girl stuff is doubled now. Everything is higher. The mother expenses expand with another person. She no longer can do the normal expenses because now she needs childcare for certain situations. She got that day-to-day a la carte, that Happy Meal every day, that toy every time she go to the store because she feeling guilty. If I can't give you no daddy, I can at least give you this toy. The gym membership is now, okay, now we add on the extra fee for the daycare. Now that 1 bedroom has to be a 2 bedroom. Now that grocery bill is now for 2 mouths. And then there's a la carte day-to-day expenses that you will not notice unless you are the custodial parent. They always want a Happy Meal. Y'all expect her to work. I want her to be living fully off of the child support money. Guess what? She gotta pay for daycare and she gotta put money in to go to work now because you don't want to be involved. Ding, ding, ding. That's why you gotta at least be financially involved. Extremely. And guess what she can't do? Oh, she needs some extra money. Oh, she can't just pop up and take the random overtime because she ain't got no babysitter. She got to pay extra just to get the money back. Huh. That's when y'all go to say, well, she knew it was expensive. I knew it was expensive. That's why I didn't want to do it. why she still do it knowing how expensive it would be? Everything ain't about pleasing a man. Not everybody has a baby out of spite or to gold dig. Not everybody believes in abortions. You put her in a position where she had to choose. She should never even been in a position to have to choose. You're talking about why she still have the baby after the fact, altered her body, and now she got to decide which physical thing she wants to deal with. Abortion, childbirth. Both are painful, both are dangerous, and both are scary. She had the child because at this point, she had to choose. Guess what? Guys are literally in charge of the first choice. We're in charge with our body after y'all altered it. Now we have no choice but to choose between two physical decisions after you physically altered my body because you had the first choice and you messed up. But you don't want a baby. So tired of hearing it takes two to tango, it takes two to make a baby. It actually don't. It takes two to have sex. It don't take two to get pregnant. I can't get you pregnant. You could get me pregnant though, but I cannot get you pregnant. I think we forget that. Only the males can get me pregnant. Let's see. Okay, y'all said it's, it takes two. Only one person can get one person pregnant. Only one person has readily accessible protection. Only one person is going to end up physically affected by this. Only one person caused the effect. Only one person would have to get harmful birth control, prevent as much as they can. It's not adding up to me, y'all. It's not adding up to me. If y'all still want to argue about it, how about this? I got a solution. Don't have intercourse with people you do not see yourself having a child with. Didn't they say 100% abstaining is the only way? How about we normalize having a discussion before it even gets to that point? If something were to happen within 9 months of us having intercourse, how would you feel with having a child in 9 months? Yes or no? That's quite an icebreaker, ain't it? Then y'all go and say, well, she should have known not to get pregnant by him. I could have told you he wasn't going to be here. How? She didn't choose to get pregnant by him. She chose to have the baby. How would she have known not to have a baby by somebody? Here we go with the choose better. As if people don't take care of a group of kids by one baby mama or some baby mamas, and then you come along and they like, nah, not you. People act. People finesse. People love bomb. People will do that all the way up until your birth. You really don't know what type of person you're dealing with until you're in the middle of having to make a big decision. But now, if you knew that man was a deadbeat to all his kids, you know he'll stay in and out of jail. He a little jailbird. And he can't hold down a job. He only selling eighths. Now you knew better. You did know better. I don't know what type of deeply hope you were hoping for, but no. Main thing that I want to get in y'all head is people say, why would you have a baby after knowing the man said he don't want it? Why would you still have it? Because I ain't have it for him. I wasn't trying to keep him. And some people do have babies to keep a man, but I don't know who is still doing that. It's very simple. Because she wanted it. He didn't want it. She wanted it. It's just so many factors to why a woman will still have a baby even though the man says he don't want no parts of it. Some people are against abortion. Some people are scared of abortion. I've been scared since Macy Gray and the Four Color Girls. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. And some people do have babies for ulterior motives. For money, to try to keep the man. To have welfare, which is crazy, but they still get that short end of the stick. And then some people have babies because it's the perfect timing. They're scared that this is going to be the only time. They're scared that if I were to even do anything, do an abortion, I wouldn't be able to have a baby again. It was too scary for me. I feel like I've already lived life. So it seemed like a good time. It was not a perfect timing. It wasn't. COVID, who would have known like how long COVID was going to last and all that it would have affected? You don't know at that moment. I've never done it before. People get pregnant for the perfect timing, scared that this might be their only chance. Some people do it because they're lonely and they do want that love. They want that affection. They need someone else with them. They don't have a family. They want to build their own family. Sir, you stop having a choice when you ain't pull out and finish on your own. You could have pulled out early and finished on your own, but no. Even though we didn't have the baby for you, it's still your damn responsibility. Because like I said, we wouldn't be in this position. I didn't mind having a baby. You did. They're in control of a woman getting pregnant. The actions give that y'all obviously want a baby. But the words give, I don't want a baby. But the actions is not giving that you don't want a baby. Like, it's not giving that. So how was I supposed to think that it wasn't really what you wanted? They say actions speak louder than words. So I went off of your actions. Your actions was telling me you wanted a baby. Y'all sure don't act like y'all don't want no baby. Like I said, the woman may want that baby. But if you do not want a baby, you are in initial control. Let me tell you a little something about discipline. Don't go around effing anybody that you couldn't even see yourself having a baby with. Or don't go effing somebody that you're not sure is on birth control. Or don't go effing somebody that you don't know if they're down for abortions. And y'all be so undisciplined with y'all D. But y'all sure be disciplined when y'all ready to be loud and proud that y'all don't want a kid. Y'all be disciplined in being a deadbeat, but y'all don't be disciplined in D. And when you have money, your D is a financial asset. Oh yeah. And whoever end up with that kid get interest. You might want to protect your assets. I don't get it. Why don't y'all just have like a group of girls that you don't mind having a baby with, or that you already know is really against having kids, and you already know their situation, if they're on birth control, and they sleep with different people, and not have to worry about the fallback of, damn, this bitch took everything in child support. Why don't you just wear a condom and then pull out way beforehand? I know when you about to at least be close. I know it feels great to finish inside, but no, why don't you hire a S worker who really don't want to stop the flow of her money by having a baby? Like, she feels like she makes enough doing her own stuff. She ain't gonna care to have a baby. Or, some type of contractual agreement, like y'all be too busy dating pass arounds and it girls and gold diggers and then be shocked. And then be shocked when they want to keep the baby. Why are you shocked? Girl is trying to live her best dream without working. She done slept with everybody for some bags, for some fame, and you're shocked. You the bozo that got her pregnant, knowing what she was about. She ain't never hit it. Anthony Edwards, he's not wrong at all for what he did as far as, he did financially support that child. We don't know if he's going to be in that child life or not. I hope he's in that child life later on. And we don't even know if that was the plan or he just wanted to get that out of the way just so that won't be a stressor at first. Let's just get this initial part out the way so it won't be a stressor. But yeah, it was morally wrong, so I hope he does step up to the plate. Everybody that don't take care of their kids, I be thinking, I hope they don't need nobody to take care of them when they old, and I hope they don't need no organ. Wouldn't be me. Everybody's cheering him on like, oh my gosh, that's smart. You're supposed to raise a child on the same standards that you live. That's why they base child support off of how much money you make. Does he not know that when he gets a new contract, they're going to calculate the difference and increase the amount? Whenever your money increases, she could keep taking you to court. She could still find a way on getting some more. I'm smart. I paid it all up front. And when that new contract drops, you're going to be paying up front again. You can't just not work so you ain't got to pay child support. You ain't finna quit hooping. Your fault. This is for you hard-working crybabies. Y'all gotta stop thinking that women are gonna be sad that y'all called them gold diggers by talking about how they work smarter, not harder, by getting money off of a man, living off of a man. Why would they be hurt by that? Don't nobody want to work 40 hours. Don't nobody want to work 24/7 at their business. I gotta leave the gold diggers alone. I promise y'all will never hurt a gold digger, a S worker, a S baby. You will never hurt their feelings about how they got the money. Hoteps is gonna be on here.
Do you have enough money to do polygamy? You are the most disrespected people. Settle or you're single.
I went on a road trip with 2 strangers that were men. And he wanted me to put some damn beads on his braid. I'm like, what in the 2005? Oh, they broke. You don't got money for a hot and spicy?
Nope. That talk will make you want to smack your mama.
Is there any more room for me in those jeans? These big old thigh-ass GMO chicken wings. Very mid.
Weird way to propose, but okay. And it's not fully cut because I eat stupid.
Like that. Wet just like I like it. A pimp fell in love with me. Yeah. Was my ex-boyfriend, uncle. Stuffed and filled shall be when I'm married. I could never find my key. You give me an orgasm first, but these tacos give me an orgasm second. That's what I'm talking about. Girl, you look good once you back that